You may think you know the life of a janitor, but I assure you, there's nothing ordinary about my job. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jackson Schmidt, and I am 78 years young. Despite the wrinkles on my face and the slight stoop in my posture, I am still the head janitor at an unusual place. You see, I work for the foundation. Some folks ask why I'm still working at my age. Well, they tried to make me retire once, but I chose to stay. I've been cleaning up after the extraordinary and the unexplainable for over 5 decades, and I'm not ready to stop. The foundation may be a bit more chaotic than when I first joined, but I've adapted well. You might be wondering why I'm content being a janitor when there are more glamorous roles within the foundation. Why not a security guard or a scientist? But let me tell you, every role in the foundation is crucial, even mine. I hold a level 4 security clearance, which means I'm trusted with the aftermath of some of the most dangerous SCPs. Take SCP-106 for example. When it tries to escape, it leaves behind a corrosive liquid that is a nightmare to clean. But that's where I come in. My team and I use a special cleaner, courtesy of SCP-914, to tackle the mess. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Though I may be a janitor, my role is just as important as the scientists studying these SCPs or the security guards containing them. I am the one who ensures the aftermath of their work doesn't become another problem to deal with. Don't let my humble title fool you. My job is far from ordinary, but that's what makes it worthwhile. Every role in the foundation is essential, and I'm proud to serve as a janitor. I've been part of the foundation since I was 20, and my life has been anything but ordinary. You see, being part of something as clandestine as the SCP Foundation doesn't exactly lend itself to a traditional lifestyle. And by traditional, I mean settling down, getting married, having a family. It's not that I didn't want these things, it's just that the nature of my job made it impossible. How does one even begin to explain to a spouse that they clean up after anomalies for a living? That kind of secret is a heavy burden to bear. And so, I've lived a solitary life. But don't think for a moment that I've been lonely. Music has always been my company. The classics, you know, the likes of Frank Sinatra and the rest of the Rat Pack. There's something about those old tunes that just speaks to me. They transport me to a simpler time, a time I imagine every now and then when the weight of my job gets a bit too heavy. Now let's talk about age. I'm 78, and I've been doing this job for well over 5 decades. When I was younger, I stood a solid 6 feet tall, but now I'm more like 5'9". Age has a funny way of shrinking you, doesn't it? But don't let my age fool you. I'm still fit as a fiddle and as sharp as a tack. I attribute my good health to the physical demands of my job and a hearty dose of stubbornness. You might think that having the same job for several decades would be monotonous, but not for me. Every day brings a new challenge, a new anomaly to clean up after, a new secret to keep. It's a life less ordinary, a life dedicated to the foundation. Despite the secrecy and challenges, I love my job and the life I've chosen. With a job like this, you've got to have some perks, right? Now I know what you're thinking. How can there be perks in a place like this? Well, for starters, the pay isn't too shabby. $30,000 a week, quite a tidy sum. But it's not just about the money. It's about the purpose, the thrill of it all. Another perk is our nifty little cleaner, a product of SCP-914, the upgrade machine. It's a powerful solution designed to tackle the toughest stains like the corrosive residue left behind by SCP-106. I tell you, that stuff is a nightmare to clean, but our cleaner, it's like magic, making the worst messes disappear. And then there's the food. We have a real smorgasbord here at the Foundation. Dr. Jonathan, bless his heart, makes this killer macaroni and cheese. He uses Kraft mac and cheese, Velveeta sliced American cheese, a lot of butter and milk, and a hearty sprinkle of pepper. It's indulgent, but boy is it good. And me? Well, I'm partial to a good pancho dip with tortilla chips. It's a simple pleasure, but it's one I look forward to. I'm heating some up right now, even though it's nearly 3 in the morning. And my all-time favorite? Pizza. Nothing beats a well-made pie, especially one with roots in my Italian heritage. So, what about you? What's your favorite food? I know it's a strange question, but food is a universal language, isn't it? We all have that one dish that brings us comfort, that makes us feel at home, no matter where we are. Even in a place like this, we find ways to enjoy the little things in life. After all, it's these little joys that keep us going, that remind us there's more to life than just work, even when your work involves cleaning up after supernatural entities. But don't get me wrong, this job isn't all fun and games. The emotional toll is a significant aspect of working in the foundation. You see, we're not just janitors dealing with the mundane. We're cleaning up after entities that defy reality itself. The weight of the responsibility can be overwhelming. Every piece of debris, every drop of corrosive liquid needs to be in its right place. One misstep, one lapse in concentration, and we're not just risking our own lives, but potentially the safety of the entire foundation. This constant pressure is, unfortunately, not something everyone can handle. I've seen friends, good people, crumble under it. Some days, the stress gets so intense you can almost taste it, like a bitter pill that's hard to swallow. There's a saying here, you don't quit the foundation quits you. And I've seen it happen, seen the light go out in someone's eyes when they can't take it anymore. It's heartbreaking, to be honest, and it's a reminder of the importance of what we do, the sacrifices we make. And then there's the loneliness. I'm 78 years old, never married, no family. This foundation is my life, my home, and while we're a close-knit group here, there's a certain solitude that comes with the job. We're holding a world within a world, preserving order amidst chaos. And that can be a lonely endeavor. You have to find solace in the small things, the quiet moments, the satisfaction of a job well done, the camaraderie with your team. But then again, there's a certain pride in what we do. We're the unsung heroes, the custodians of the foundation, maintaining balance in an unbalanced world. And I wouldn't trade it for anything else. The job is tough, but it's the price we pay for maintaining order in the foundation. Looking back, I wouldn't change a thing. It's been a roller coaster ride, this life of mine. I've spent the majority of my years here at the foundation, sweeping up the remnants of chaos and ensuring a semblance of order prevails. I've witnessed the extraordinary, the terrifying, and the downright bizarre, but I've also seen the power of dedication, the quiet heroism that permeates these walls. I might be just a janitor, but I've come to realize that every role here is crucial, every task significant. We're cogs in a machine that guards against the unthinkable, and I find a profound sense of purpose in that. Sure, I've had to forego the typical milestones of life, the marriage, the children, the quiet retirement, but I've come to terms with that. My life may be unconventional, but it's mine, and I wouldn't trade it for anyone else's. I've been here at the foundation since I was a sprightly 20-year-old. I've grown old within these walls, my hair has turned silver, and my walk has slowed. But the fire within me, the dedication to my work, that hasn't dimmed one bit. I'm a healthy 78-year-old, still on my feet, still doing what I love. Some might question my choices. Some might wonder why I've stuck around for so long, why I didn't pursue a different career or a more normal life. But to them, I say, why not? I've lived a life filled with wonder, excitement, and purpose. I've been a part of something bigger than myself. I've cleaned up after the unimaginable and helped keep the world safe. So that's who I am, Jackson Schmidt, the 78-year-old janitor at the foundation. It's been a wild ride, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I've embraced the strange and the extraordinary, and I've found happiness in the most unexpected of places. See you around.